Chuck brings up the ball, passes to Shaq in the corner, feeds it to Shaq in the post, who's got Shaq all over it. Wow, what a matchup this is going to be.
Shaq, get in for Shaq.
Who you guard? Big, good-looking guy.
It's rejected. Back the other way, blocked. Back the other way, blocked again. There's a souvenir for a lucky fan. And at the half, we are tied at 0.
Man, these guys can play. Yeah, no.
All right, guys, the D is great, but we can't win if we don't score.
Okay.
3-on-1 break. He scores. Back the other way. Scores. Down court again. He scores. Whoa! This is incredible.
You're kidding, right?
Shaq for 3. Unbelievable. And after 7 overtimes, we're still tied. Looks like we're going to shoot free throws to settle this one.
Talks to Peter Bessie right after these messages. In just his 2nd season in the league, Orlando's Penny Hardaway is already starting in the All-Star game. And his game has really blossomed this year. He leads all NBA point guards in scoring. Now, if you'll recall, some people were surprised that Orlando traded Chris Webber for Hardaway on draft day 2 years ago. But the 22-year-old has lived up to expectations in a big way. Penny Hardaway didn't have an easy time of it growing up in Memphis, and he spoke with our Peter Bessie about that.
Growing up in Memphis, did you ever think that you'd come to this, making the kind of money that you're making, the kind of lifestyle that you had? How rough did you have it growing up in Memphis?
I had it very rough. While I was in college, my grandmother was still living in a bad neighborhood, and it was so bad that I really couldn't visit her like I wanted to because I felt that I would end up getting hurt just going back to my neighborhood because guys were so jealous, and I'd have to like visit her. And like,
you mean they were looking for you?
Not for me, but if they saw me, then they say, you know, there's Anthony, let's try to rob him or do something to him. I mean, that's just how the neighborhood is.
What was it like that day you got shot? Where were you? You told me at one time that they had you down on the side. Tell me about that.
The guys jumped out, 4 of them jumped out and then put like guns to our head and told us to get on the ground. And then we were on the ground and they were taking our jewelry off. 2 of them were taking our jewelry off. And the other 2 were ramming through the truck that we were in, and they had the gun to my head, telling me, don't move, and don't say anything, and that was it.
What were you thinking?
I was just thinking that I was going to die.
Penny survived and vaulted to the NBA. His rookie season, full of expectations, ended when the Magic were swept in the 1st round.
How tough was it after you lost to the Pacers last year? How long did it take you to get over that?
It took me the entire summer. I really still haven't gotten over it yet because that's what's been thrown up in our face every day that we're here, you know, in this season. I knew that, but I didn't know how awful it could be until it happened. We lost to like the 3rd game of the playoffs, like on a Sunday, I think. And that Thursday, I was in Memphis playing basketball and working out. I didn't take a break. I didn't take a vacation. I didn't go anywhere. And I thought about it the entire summer while I was working out.
Somebody said that you and Shaquille are the Magic and Kareem of the 90s. Now, the only magic that I've seen so far is you guys disappearing from the 1st round of the playoffs.
Well, yeah, you're right. That was a lot. That was some tough magic right there. But, you know, it's great comparisons because of the center guard combination. But hopefully we could compare ourselves to those guys by the time we retire because we want to get to where they've already been with championships and MVPs and just having a lot of fun, you know, and having like a dynasty here.
Charles Barkley the other day said that, you know, this guy's coming at Magic already. He's only in the league 2 years. Another year or 2, he's going to be right there. Other people are saying, well, he's a combination of Magic Johnson and he's got the eruption of Michael Jordan. How does this make you feel?
It's crazy. I mean, all those guys are great. And like I said,
you've come a long way in a short time, Penny.
Yeah, definitely I've come a long way, but not like those guys. I mean, they can compare, but like I say, it's only one Michael Jordan and one Magic Johnson. And I'm Penny Hardaway. The only thing I can do is try to play my best game and win games for Orlando.
What do you want to be known for? You want to be known as a great point guard? You want to be known as your versatility?
No, a great player. Just can go out there and just flat out get it done with anybody. You know, anybody who he faces up against, he's going to compete hard and most of the time win the battle. You know, that's what I want to be known as, you know, somebody that's feared around the NBA because I heard stories about Tim Hardaway before he got hurt. Like a lot of guys feared to play against him when he was really well, and I want to be that guy.
1993, a triple overtime thriller won by the Magic. Last season, the Knicks won 3 out of 5, including their first win in Orlando since Shaq's arrival. This season, Ewing won the first meeting for the Knicks. But in the next, the Magic crushed the Knicks by 25 points. The two centers embody their team spirit. Ewing's Knicks are aging warriors toiling for another, perhaps final chance for a championship. O'Neal's Magic are youthful, exuberant, and brash, maybe ready for a run at their first title. The rivalry continues today.
And challenge the Patrick Ewing jump shot early to keep him from getting off to a good start.
For the Orlando Magic, it will be Anthony Hardaway, Nick Anderson in the backcourt. Nick Anderson returning after the left wrist injury. Shaquille O'Neal at center, Donald Royal and Horace Grant up front. Royal had the baseline close. So O'Neal, schools of thought regarding Shaquille O'Neal beating Patrick Ewing down court. But at the other end, well, the help coming late, and Shaquille was able to go glass. And the rebound handled by Royal. Pops it down for O'Neal.
Shaq refreshed after that little bit of a breather he got. And Shaq
go in this first quarter, and the Magic leading 22-18. Shaquille from a line drive jump hook that he faces. Although the Knicks will still go to the double team from time to time. Kept alive by O'Neal, using his power against Hubert Davis. Here's Jeff Turner. Shaquille O'Neal getting inside position.
Actually, Mason and Patrick Ewing get in a switch here, so Patrick winds up with the big man, but never really gets a body on the inside of Shaquille O'Neal, as it also looked like Patrick coming out in this ballgame was very aware of trying not to get into foul trouble.
Arizona for the 45th annual NBA All-Star Game. You'll see it right here on NBC Sports. A look at the Eastern starters: Anthony Hardaway, Reggie Miller, Grant Hill, Shaquille O'Neal, Scottie Pippen. Patrick Ewing is sitting it out for the Knicks. And Shaquille guarded by the 6'7" Anthony Mason. And you wonder, O'Neal got the step on Ewing. Nice lead pass. And Shaquille with 18 points. Now Scott posting up Harper. Scott, rebound O'Neal.
Back out to an open man, as both teams really look very stagnant offensively, and it's just that wasn't very stagnant. That's what Hardaway can do, make one of those kinds of plays.
Shaquille on the fake, backing his way, going to the beautiful fake.
And Charles on the perimeter, he has that in his arsenal and does it very well.
Now Ewing stepped out of the double team, so Smith. Does it count? Yes, it does. Shaquille gets the call on the continuation, and he'll go to the line. Foul committed by Monty Williams.
Well, add this one to the repertoire. You're not going to see this too often, as Shaquille O'Neal being grabbed and tugged on, able to double clutch a little bit, shoot it on the way down. He looked like a small forward himself on that particular shot. One more look at it as Shaquille putting the ball on the floor.
For a second here in Orlando, the Magic in a blowout by 25 points. Hardaway, yes, and it counts. And that is his first field goal. Foul committed by Smith.
I think Penny feels that the Knicks are hanging around, trailing by 8. This time he turns away from the double team.
14. 4 of his last 14 at the line. Shaquille O'Neal. Smith missed the tip. Here comes Hardaway. Hardaway for 3. Yes. And the Magic with their biggest lead of the game. They are up by 15. 22nd timeout called by the Knicks.
A jump shot, as again able to see the floor, puts the little bump into Patrick Ewing to create space for himself, and a nice little touch off the jumper. And as I just said a little while ago, Hardaway wants to get involved, and he is.
Ball with Tree Rollins. And Hardaway doing all the scoring here in the third quarter has 8 to Grant. And the tip by Shaquille O'Neal.
They're going to have to get stops, rebound, and run.
John Starks was scoreless up until that point in the second half. Power move by O'Neal, who is no help for Ewing. It's a one-on-one. Shaquille O'Neal with yet another new move in the repertoire. He has 30
to get in that particular situation.
The Knicks have missed their last 6 shots. Hardaway with a nice post-up. So Hardaway has come on in the second half. Shot clock at 3. Down to 2. Hardaway for 3. Oh! Shaquille O'Neal able to slam it home. And the Magic by 7. 41 points for O'Neal.
Penny Hardaway with the long jump shot. Patrick Ewing turning to look at the ball, and that left the opening crease for Shaquille O'Neal as he just got way up in the air and threw that thing down and lets everybody know about it as he is growling at everybody.
For Shaquille, his 6th 40-plus game this season. Orlando by 7.
All right, thanks, Bob. Shaq, you guys were cruising there in the third quarter, way ahead, but then what happened?
We got all our guys back from injuries, and, we came out, we played with a lot of enthusiasm, and we won the game. We had a lot of shots there in the fourth quarter, but in overtime, we hung in there. Penny just hit some big free throws, and we won the game.
You had a feeling that this was one of those kind of games that you tried to send a message that even though they are the big kids on the block, there are new kids on the block now.
Yeah, and plus we had lost 2 in a row. We didn't want to lose 3 in a row, so we had to, win here today to get our confidence back up.
All right, congratulations on a great game today, and I will see you next week at the All-Star game.
O'Neal is huge, and he has big numbers to go along with it, topping the stats in scoring, leading the Orlando Magic to the best record in the league. And here at the jam session, as well as the rest of the planet, Shaquille O'Neal is larger than life. Reebok's now size 22 to support his 7'1", 300-pound frame. To go along with Shaq Fu, his video game, he has distributed a home video. He starred in the motion picture Blue Chips. His debut album, Shaq Diesel, sold more than 1 million copies. His latest release, The Return, is on the way to platinum. And then there's the cards, posters, jerseys, autographed balls, pictures, action figures, and commercials. With a growing portfolio worth millions and millions, so large that only his accountant knows for sure, Shaq the basketball player pales in comparison to Shaq the financial empire. Just as my size 12 pale in comparison to his size 22.
All right, thank you, Craig. That's a scary thing, Shaq, who joins us now. I mean, there's one display over here that has you down as a size 20. You can match your feet, and now you're wearing a 22. Are you still growing?
I think so. I haven't checked with any doctors lately, but yeah.
Hey. Well, let's get to the size of your house. You just finished your house. Give us the square footage.
I think my house is 25,000 square feet. I didn't have it built. I bought it like that.
How about the size of the ceilings in that? Did you have to?
I bought it like that. I was just looking around. I saw a big house. I liked it. I think the doors are 10 feet tall and ceilings are 50 feet high, I guess. I don't know.
So that commercial you're doing was not in your hallway. Is that correct?
No. Yeah, right.
Shaq, let's talk a little bit about your game here, okay? I mean, you have really improved in so many facets. And I know you have to get tired of it. It's like people want to pick on your weaknesses. They want to talk about your free throw shooting. Can you talk a little bit about how hard you've worked on your game to develop so many other aspects other than just the power game?
Well, this summer I worked with a guy named Brad Seichler. He's a scout for the Magic, and I've been working hard, man. I've been working on my jump hooks, working on my jumper, and working on my free throws. And it's going to take time for me to hit my free throws, but one day Shaquille O'Neal will be a good free throw shooter.
How frustrating is it for you late in ball games to know that you get such great position, and when you go to the basket, they're going to intentionally foul you? Does that mentally put more stress on you to try to make your free throws?
Well, in the last couple of games, in late game situations, I've been hitting free throws. It's just early for whatever reason. They either come up short or they go left or they go right. But usually especially in the last couple of games. I've been hitting free throws as of late situations.
Well, you know, Shaq, in the last 3 years, in the top 10, 4 different categories, there are only 2 people. You have done it 3 straight years. Olajuwon has done it 1 year. Now, do you ever think about that when people attack your game? Do you ever say, hey, wait a second, will you please look at what I'm doing night in and night out?
Not really. I guess they just get tired of me, dunking so much. They just want to see me do other things.
Hey, Shaq, let me ask. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm just going to continue to work hard in the offseason and work on my game, and I just try to be the best that I can do.
Let me ask you about Orlando as a team, and in some corners you're a favorite to win the Eastern Conference. Are you comfortable with that?
I think if we want to become the best team in the East, we have to go through New York, and we have to go through Indiana. Right now, we're on top. We started off well, and we've been real consistent. But like I said, if we want to become the best team in the East, we have to go through New York because they've been places that we've never gone yet.
Shaq, last year, the All-Star game, you were not happy with the results, the minutes, etc. You know, what's your goal on Sunday?
Well, I'm glad I got the opportunity to have a player go with me as well as the coaching staff, and I'm just going to go out there, have a good time, and just try to win like we won last year. And I hope I don't get triple teamed this year.
Hey, Hubie, he did the smart thing. He brought his point guard with him this year. Absolutely. He will get the basketball on Sunday, right, Shaq?
Yeah, you know, we're just going to go out there, have a good time, try to get a lot of lob plays, try to get a lot of jumpers, and, you know, I hope we can beat the West.
Shaq, thank you very much for joining us. Good luck getting through the crowd on the way out of here.
All right, man. Thank you.
As selected by the fans, and there is Penny Hardaway, one of his moments of the year. The big jam over Patrick Ewing. His teammate on the Magic, Shaq. What a surprise. He's on the All-Star team, selected by the fans. There's Brian Hill, who's going to coach the Eastern Conference All-Stars. Here is his starting point guard, Penny Hardaway. Thanks for being here, guys. And
thanks for having me.
Brian, let me start with you. Long way from Piscataway, New Jersey, as an assistant coach in high school back in '69, '70, huh?
Well, it is a long way from there, but it's just an honor to be here, really, and to be associated with all the great players here. But it makes me appreciate it even more, having gone through the high school ranks and the college ranks and into the NBA. And as I said, I'm just very happy to be here. I've had a lot of great people influence me along the way.
And for you, Penny, Sports Illustrated cover guy this week. Let's hope that for your sake that jinx thing isn't holding. What's it like? How do you feel, man? And how's the eye?
Well, I'm feeling great. The eye's getting better day by day.
It must be that Flintstone Band-Aid that's doing it for you.
Yeah, it's the Flintstone Band-Aid right now. But everything is fine with me. I'm just here to have fun. Very glad that, you know, I had a chance to be in this. Thank all the fans that voted me in, and for the coaching staff and my teammates who really support me.
Doug.
Well, Penny, Shaq said that last year he got double and triple teamed. He didn't feel like he'd get the ball. So this year he brought his own point guard with him and his own coach. So maybe you can talk a little bit about how you're going to get the ball to Shaq on Sunday afternoon.
Well, it's going to be real easy. I mean, we have eye signals, hand signals, whatever you want to call it. And we'll get him the ball in a position where he's going to score easily to us.
So one of tonight's musical acts who incidentally has more offensive rebounds than any rapper ever. What's going on, Shaq? Tell me what's up. Is it more pressure in Sunday's game, or is tonight's performance more pressure for you? What's up?
I don't believe in pressure. I'm just going to come out here and represent Jersey style. And, you know, I got my boys back here to help me out, and I got you. I know you're giving me love, so I'm just going to go out there and just do the best that I can do.
That was beautiful. Yo, you know any other rappers who might be able to play in the NBA? You think so?
I haven't seen him. And I bet you my man Tretch could work in the NBA. He like a hardcore guard. Don't take no trash from nobody. So probably Tretch and Snoop.
Tretch might foul out every game. I don't know. He a little too wild on the court. Yo.
NBA All-Star badge, baby. I'm Bill Bellamy, and I'm with another superstar from the league. This man not only is representing the Orlando Magic, he's representing the East, baby, in the All-Star game. Penny Hardaway. Now, man, you know, you out there having a good year and all, and I admire your work, man, but just tell me, what's up with the Band-Aid, man? It's such a cute item.
Come on, yo, what's up with that?
I like the Band-Aid. I love your style. I love your game, but the Band-Aid's real cute, Penny.
All right, yo, I'm going to get you one day.
You going to hook me up?
Yeah, I'll hook you up.
You'll hook me up? All right, that's cool. I want to ask you a quick question. What can we expect from the Orlando Magic? Everybody sees you guys are doing really well this year. What can we expect near the end of this season?
Well, I think you can expect a stronger team in the second half. We still have some things to work on if we want to get better and win some playoff games. So we're going to try to do that and work hard.
Bill Bellamy back here with my boy Penny Hardaway. Last year, just 1 year ago, man, you was the MVP of the rookie game. This year, you're starting for the All-Star game. How do you feel about that? In 1 year, you're playing with the big dogs.
Well, it's a great feeling. It's somewhere where I want to work myself to be this summer. And now I fulfill the dream, and I just want to live it and have fun.
Well, you know who coming up is one of your teammates. They say he's going to rip the, the roof off this mother.
Oh, definitely.
You down?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You down? All right, when we get back, Shaq is going to get busy, baby!
Yeah. People, are y'all ready to meet the guest of honor for this badge? The man who's living extra large.
Center like himself, and I thought that he could make me better and I could make him a lot better, so that's why I chose here.
Guys like him only come around every once in a while. Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Penny. He's a great player, great leaper, great floater, and I'm glad we, chose him.
It wasn't only Shaq, but also Scott Skiles who helped Penny adjust to the pro game.
As well, Skiles feeds Hardaway.
Scott was one of the best guards in the NBA as far as knowing the game. He's a coach. He's going to coach after basketball was over, and he taught me a lot of stuff that I didn't know that I thought I did know. And being a rookie coming on this level, it was very hard for me last year, and he kind of like coached me along.
At his Memphis high school and then at Memphis State, Hardaway was always a standout, and he knew he was ready for the next level.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why I came out early, because I felt that my game fit the professional game better because of the confidence that I had in myself and in my game. A lot of people didn't know about me, so I had to play like that to try to earn the respect from everybody.
Bring it on!
Exo with the lob to Hardaway.
Penny Hardaway, what a star he is going to be.
He has it all. He can give you the three-point game. He can take the ball to the basket. He's a good foul shooter, and he really enjoys playing defense.
So now, last year you played in the junior varsity game in the All-Star game, and this year you're playing in the big one. That's got to be a good feeling.
It feels great. I mean, it was something that I wanted to do last year, playing against those guys, because I felt that I had fared well against all the guards that I played against in the Eastern Conference last year who were in the All-Star game, and I was like, man, I wish I could be there, and lucked up and went this year.
But luck had nothing to do with his selection to the All-Star team.
Look at the, are you serious? Goodness gracious. Unbelievable. That was a Magic Johnson play there. I mean, are you kidding me?
It's amazing to me that just a short while ago that Magic and I were sitting in his backyard by his pool talking about playing, and then now here you and I are talking about, and you're one of the players that is probably compared to him more than anybody else.
Yeah, I think that compares because of the passing ability.
He's got a break with Penny. Oh, back to the big guy.
Especially for the players like myself who are 6'7" and they can play the point guard position. I think he kind of like paved the way for us.
Magic out of the backcourt. Magic still going. Feeds to Worthy. Great pass.
It's a great honor for everybody to try to compare me to him, but it's only going to be one Magic Johnson. I know that, but I can still try to be that way.
Here's O'Neal, the trailer from Anthony Hardaway.
I think he creates a lot of problems for teams when he's at the point. It's a tough matchup for a lot of the point guards in the league, and I really think that that's the position where he's going to make his mark in the NBA.
Fake your left and go right, straight down the lane. Here's one in your eye. You feel pain.
You are one of the few point guards that will take it to the hole and be serious about it. I mean, don't back down from anybody.
That's right. I mean, you have to go in there with those guys, and they're saying don't come in there. And when you go in there, you have to go hard, and that's what I try to do.
He was posterized here at the arena.
Is the NBA everything you thought it would be?
It is, and more, because everybody is together. We're a family, and there's no animosity amongst each other, and that's what makes it so easy. I think it's hard when guys don't like each other. And everybody on our team, we love each other like brothers.
On such a beautiful evening like this, wouldn't it be great that sometime in June we can sit here again and talk about winning an NBA championship?
Oh, definitely. I would love that. I'd love to have you come back and have us saying that, well, we have one more game left before we wrap this thing up. That'd be great.
That would be the only thing I guess we could add to this beautiful day. Anthony, last year you played in the junior varsity game, but this year you're playing in the big one. Must be a good feeling.
Oh, definitely. It's a great feeling. Just have to give all the credit to my teammates and coaching staff for giving me the ball and putting me in a position where I can be here.
And Shaq, last year you didn't get the time that you wanted, didn't get the shots that you wanted, so this year you bring in your own point guard and your own coach, so I guess it's on for Shaq.
I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad Penny is given his first opportunity to be here, as well as Coach Brian Hill, and we're just going to go out, have a good time.
Now, these guys were nowhere near that modest before we went on camera, so don't buy any of it. Back to you, Bob.
Today, the world's greatest athletes are showcased in the 45th annual NBA All-Star Game.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your 1995 NBA All-Stars. Appearing in his first All-Star game, the MVP of the 1994 Ship Rookie Game. A 6'7" point guard who can do it all. From the Orlando Magic, Penny Hardaway. One of the finest shooters in the league, he led his team to the center, starting in his third straight All-Star game. An NBA giant in every sense of the word. He leads the league in scoring. From the Orlando Magic, Shaquille O'Neal. And now, the Western Conference All-Stars.
Hardaway met by Sprewell, finding Shaquille. Well, Shaquille getting that first field goal out of the way early here today. Reggie Miller had a notion to fire it up from some 35 feet away. And again, it's Shaquille. This time, dished it off. Scottie Pippen from Shaquille O'Neal. Well, that's hell with the steal. Leading O'Neal.
If there was some concern and gets an easy score.
Shaquille O'Neal. So Shaquille on the drive. The Utah connection, Karl Malone and John Stockton getting set to check in. Shaquille O'Neal with a fadeaway for his fourth. A true tribute to Penny Hardaway, showing compassion for the couple of stitches over the eyebrow of Hardaway. Now those are real fans.
If any purple jerseys were coming, and all of a sudden realized there wasn't, so he just went all the way in.
Shaquille O'Neal. He has 13 points. O'Neal on the personal.
Things clogged up inside for Shaq, so he is working on his little fadeaway jump shot, which has gotten better and better over the last 3 years, along with the jump hook. We haven't seen much of the jump hook tonight. That is all
close on the finishing end of a fast break, and he is really an electric player. And as much as he talked about making this a special All-Star game for Shaquille O'Neal, he has struggled this afternoon. It's been a tough time for him to really get it. You would think that he's Grant Hill, and it's the other way around.
Back to 10. Hit the line by Olajuwon. And rebounded by O'Neal.
Well, O'Neal pushed everybody out of the way and is trying to go all the way.
And the foul. Shaquille O'Neal taking it the length of the court, and he will go to the line.
Shaq lives for this kind of play, and you can see it on the big smile on his face. The man wants to be a point guard, and look at him put it down and pick it up and finish with the little finger roll, and all of his teammates on the Eastern Conference bench appreciating the many skills of Shaquille O'Neal.
Foul on Kemp, his foul, leading the break, ripping down the rebound, putting it on the floor, going the length of the court, and also drawing the foul, and Shaquille is with Hannah.
Well, Shaquille, as we just saw in the highlight there, looks like you and the Eastern Conference guys coming out with some more intensity in the second half.
Yeah, we were down 14, 15 points. We're just going to come out and try to get some stops and try to get some rebounds and just try to win this game.
Shaq, last year the All-Star game was a frustrating experience for you as you were triple teamed virtually the entire game. How do you compare this? Is it what you expected this time around?
I'm just glad that the West team is letting me play this year. And last year, I don't know why it happened last year, but it's just a learning experience for me, and I'm just happy to be out here, happy to be playing.
Do you sense any difference in the approach that other players have? I know you felt that was a concerted effort by the West to shut you down last year.
I don't know. I just, like I said, I'm just glad to be here with guys like Joe Dumars and Penny Hardaway. I'm just trying to, come out and just have a great weekend.
All right, Shaq, have fun. Okay, Marv?
The story of this entire game, transition offense, and the West has just been much better and really more forceful with it the entire afternoon. The East had that one moment in
the reverse. Hardaway from the trailing O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal set up by his teammate Penny Hardaway.
And those are the kind of plays that you expect from Penny Hardaway and Shaquille O'Neal.
He certainly enjoyed the weekend here in Phoenix.
Hardaway knows where that bread is buttered, right behind him. Shaquille O'Neal to get in on the arm again.
Gary Payton with 12 assists. And Hardaway off the nice lead, comes up with only his first field goal. 6 points for intended for Malone. And here's Shaquille going to the hoop.
Charles Barkley saw the freight train coming. No way was he going to step in front of it.
Line he had with Hannah. The West is letting me play. And he is making it his playground this afternoon because every time he has been able to put the ball on the floor and find an open lane, he's thundered it down.
20.7 rebounds for Shaquille. You are watching the NBA on NBC. Marley. And the block by O'Neal. 9 on the shot clock. 2 block shots. Here's Miller. That was a 3-point attempt. Hardaway with 8 points. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That pass misfiring intended for Pippen. Pippen coming from behind to take it away from Barkley, leaving O'Neal to hit the reverse.
Well, they mugged him. They double-teamed him. They hacked him.
Lead to a very good finish in both conferences.
Steve, you see the Western Conference quite a bit. The Suns right now, best record in the league. Tragic loss in Danny Manning. Kevin Johnson.
Viable Player Award, so stay with us.
Under the basket, look at him go up and get it one-handed. Just 15 points for O'Neal, though, as this was a close game into the third quarter. Reggie Miller, look at him leaning over the three-point line. That's a three-pointer. He had 19 points before sitting out the final 6 minutes when this became a blowout. As Orlando went on a 15-0 run, Penny Hardaway to clean up the mess. 16 points and a balanced attack. Orlando.
Magic and Sixers, lights out. It's a metaphor for the Sixers. Brian Shaw with the steal. The save to Shaq. Go ahead, Shaq. Just run the floor by yourself. The dish to Shaw. The Shaw-Shaq redemption. Magic rolling. Dennis Scott the miss. But where's Penny? Oh, there he is. Magic up 25 at the half. Ho-hum. A-B to Shaq. Please. It's your net, Shaq. Just go ahead and take it. It's yours. Magic win at 129-83. That's correct. The 46-point margin, the largest in Magic history. Penny had 31, shooting 12.
Road game with this much going for them. The Bucks hadn't beaten them in 3 times this season. Milwaukee, hello. It started early. Shaq leading the way. Penny Hardaway, the pass to Hope Grant, to Shaq for the dunk, and then some poor shooting by Milwaukee. That was a real tough shot. So was that one, Eric Mobley. Bucks shoot 40% in the first half. Mike Dunleavy would get tossed late in the first. Brian Shaw, the three-pointer on the friendly bounce. 74 points in the first half, and they were just getting started. Shaq the long pass to Penny for the Jamola. Eventually, Orlando Cepeda added a few points, then Tony Orlando Merced, Orlando Woolridge, Red Sox trainer Jimmy Orlando, and Orlando Brown. You're not looking at a typo. 152 to 104. You're wondering about the run-up the score factor. Only one Orlando starter played more than 30 minutes. That would have been Shaq at 32. 8 guys in double figures, and a 9th, Brian Shaw, had 9 points. In the game, 204 field goals attempted, 102 each. The Magic made 60. The Bucks made 41. That might be your difference right there. Not a franchise points record. They scored 155 against Utah in 90, but it is the largest margin of victory in Magic.
Went home and played in Florida. Shaq went to work early. The slam over Montross and Dino, and again, off the Jeff Turner pass, and again around Montross. 3 for 3 uncontested dunks. But watch here. Shaq down low. He and Montross get tied up. Shaq takes a shot. A severe shot at Montross, and the officials had something to discuss. Shaq, don't read lips. Look again. They get tied up with the arm. Shaq the shove, and then the left to the sternum. Montross didn't respond and correctly called. O'Neal 2 tees and gone. Montross stays, but the crowd comes to life, and so do the Magic. Nick Anderson the layup on the breakaway. Penny coast to coast and under Dino Rogers' outstretched right arm. From the outside as well, Nick Anderson. Nearly double the points he had in the game last night. He had 27 tonight, and the quickness. Montross brings it up. But Nick, the pick from behind, gets it back to Wayne. Tree Rollins and Penny finishes. Anthony at 27 as well. And even though Shaq was out of the lineup, the Magic dominate Boston and win by 26 points. Hardaway and Anderson step it up, 54 of Orlando's total. So the Magic back up to a full 6-game lead on the Knicks.
Is this kid O'Neal for real? Or is it a different game he plays? Find out for yourself in this exclusive new video, Shaquille O'Neal. life. It's free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Your free video takes you back in time and behind the scenes with the young superstar. Can he have his fun and still be the best? Go for a spin with Shaq and find the answers. Free from SI. Call now and you'll also get an authentic Shaq basketball, the ultimate playground ball. Plus, get 54 issues of SI for only $1.47 an issue. Save over 50% off the cover price. Use your credit card. Call now and get your video and Shaq ball both free from SI. There's only one Shaq, and there's nothing in the world like Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
Quite frankly, because he misses so often. Mark Schwartz reports on one fault and what the Magic are doing about it.
He's got the power. He's got the smile. He's even added the jump hook. He's so huge on Madison Avenue, his sponsors have tried to clone him. He's truly the man-child who has everything. Everything but this.
Looks like we're going to shoot free throws to settle this one.
For Shaquille O'Neal, there's no such thing as a free throw.
I have a good form, good technique, and it's just going to take a lot of practice, and I'll be okay one day. You just have to go to the line and do it. It's technique.
For Shaq, shooting is not like riding a bike.
The man whose mission is to reverse O'Neal's free throw, free fall is Buzz Brayman, a self-proclaimed shot doctor. All right, Doc, what's the diagnosis?
I started noticing that he started, instead of shooting in one flow, if you will, with a bend and a shooting motion, it was kind of happening in stages where he would bend and then straighten and then raise and then shoot.
I'm surprised he hasn't worked on the problem. It's not a hard thing, it just takes time.
It's just a mental thing. I just have to go to the line and I hit him. I hit him in practice. Now I just have to turn what I do over in practice, turn it over to a game.
But Shaq's critics do wonder whether somehow, in between shooting a movie, producing a couple of rap albums, and succeeding Michael Jordan as the king of endorsements, maybe he could have spent a little more time perfecting his free throw stroke.
Shaquille O'Neal wants to maximize his potential as a person and a player. And I think my numbers spoke for themselves last year. And I'm just a young kid taking advantage of each opportunity that comes my way.
I don't think there's anybody sitting out there right now that if somebody said, here's $10 million, you're going to say, I'm going to pass because I'm going to shoot a few. I mean, you have an obligation to your family and to your generations after.
Not to mention the obligation he has to his teammates, whose playoff dreams were ruined in round one last season, partly due to Shaq's 47% charity work against the Pacers.
If he's going to go to basketball all the time and get fouled, he's got to make his free throws, or the game will be on the line, and the other team will take the foul knowing that he can't deliver.
Or, worse yet, the Magic will be forced to depend on O'Neal's supporting cast to carry them at crunch time.
You know, if it's a situation where, where we can't go to him every time down the floor at the end of the game, that's not the worst thing in the world either, because you've still got a Penny Hardaway, a Nick Anderson, guys like that we can do things with offensively that are clutch players in end-of-game situations.
But let's face it, the Magic will go only as far as O'Neal's broad shoulders can carry them.
I'm getting better, and I'm going to work on them. And one day, I'll be 70-75% shooter.
So all eyes are on the motion, the release, and the result. Pressure's on, Doc.
I don't know why I feel like Jeff Gillooly at a Kerrigan family reunion right now.
From Orlando, I'm Mark Schwartz, ESPN.
In Orlando, watch underneath the basket as Shaq and Boston's Eric Montross get into it. First the shove and then the left, and then O'Neal would be shown the door. Shaq will be suspended for tomorrow's nationally televised game against the Bulls. The guy can afford the $6,000 in fines. He makes that in about 5 minutes of game action. We actually have people who figure that kind of thing out. He only played 5 minutes against the Celtics, so he's even there. It's the one-game suspension that hurts. Even Shaq will feel a loss of better than $58 grand. And Shaq said after last night's action that if he was suspended, he would just go to Las Vegas and win back what the league had fined him.
It's the Chicago Bulls versus the Orlando Magic.
you are losing nearly 40% of your scoring and 45% of your rebounding. Marv, Nick Anderson and Penny Hardaway are going to have to come up huge today.